Today we're going to go over 20 features I basically see no one using in GTA Online. If you actually still use these features, hey man, I salute you. You are in the minority, that's for sure. First up, we got the car wash. Now this is just a really strange feature in 2023 because instead of going through a car wash, now we can quite literally in the interaction menu return our vehicle and spawn it next to us again within 2 seconds. On top of that, it's not really worth going through a car wash because it doesn't actually repair your vehicle if you happen to crash it, so it's a lot better just to go to LS Customs and repair it that way. I still think this is a cool feature though, because it makes the world seem a bit more realistic. I definitely think it's better to have it here than not to have it here, but yeah, this is just a feature no one really uses anymore. Next, we've got the AMMUNATION shooting range. Now, I know there are some players that use the shooting range in their bunker. Even then, that's still a small amount of players, but even less use the AMMUNATION shooting range. It's definitely a cool feature to have to practice your aim, and I actually find it surprising that more people don't use this feature. Shooting ranges are a really popular feature in a lot of competitive games nowadays. They help you improve your aim, which should in turn make you better at the game. Maybe it's because GTA Online, at least on console, has such strong auto aim that it's just not worth it for players. Who knows? If you actually do use these shooting ranges, comment below, let me know why. Next, we've got going to the movies. This is something that I would assume most players have never done, which is actually kind of a shame. Rockstar must have spent so much time creating all these funny films for you to watch in the movies just for not many people to actually watch them. But if you haven't done it, hey, go spend 5 minutes watching these. They're pretty funny. It's in these movies that Rockstar really gets to show their dry humor and poke fun at the rest of the world. Again, if you haven't watched these, hey, go spend 5 minutes. They're pretty funny. Next, we've got MERRYWEATHER services. Now, there's an entire services list here for MERRYWEATHER, and just not many people use them anymore. A couple of them are really good. For example, for low-level players, the helicopter pickup is actually awesome. It's only $1,000, you can just shoot the pilot out, and then you've got a helicopter where you can fly wherever you want. Some of them aren't very useful though, like the backup helicopter, the boat pickup, all of that. And then there's a couple that provide pretty good trolling opportunities, like calling mercenaries on someone or calling in an airstrike. This was a feature that was really popular when GTA Online started and just came out, but nowadays everyone sort of has their own personal airstrike with their crazy jets and Oppressor Mark II, so there's really not that much need for these features, at least for veteran players. But if you are a new player that doesn't have much money yet, hey, probably use these, they're pretty useful. Next, we've got the taxi service, which is hilarious because Rockstar actually just added fast travel through the taxis, and even then, I basically see no one using it. In order to fast travel in a taxi, you can do this every 48 minutes or every 5 minutes if you're a GTA Plus member. To do it, phone a taxi, they'll come rock up, hop in the back, and pick one of the points of interest. Unfortunately, you can't actually fast travel to a custom location, whether it's one of your properties or a waypoint. You can only actually fast travel to one of the set points of interest. Even then, I still don't see people using it, so probably start using it. It's actually a good feature. I'm sure we all know how to text other players, but did you know you can actually email them as well? That's basically it. That's the feature. There's nothing more to it. There's no real reason to email someone instead of texting them in the game or just talking to them. But yes, this is indeed a feature that is in the game that you can use, but no one does, obviously. Next up, we've got Flight School. This is actually a really good feature that's definitely underutilized. If you complete all of the Flight School missions with a gold medal, you're actually going to get a couple $100,000, I believe. But even outside of that, this is just something that newer players should do to practice flying. I also wish Rockstar would add more missions to Flight School because it really is a cool concept that just hasn't been touched since it was brought in. Next, we've got daily objectives. This is by far the most underutilized feature in the entire game. So many people don't even know this exists. It's right there in your interaction menu. It says daily objectives. Every day there's going to be 3 different objectives that the game wants you to complete. So what do you actually get if you do these? Well, if you do all 3 in one day, you're going to get $30,000 and 5,000 RP. But if you complete all of the daily objectives for 7 days in a row, on that 7th day, you're going to get $150,000 and 20,000 RP. But if you do it for 28 days in a row, yeah, an entire month, every single day, on the 28th day, you're going to get $750,000 and 50,000 RP. It's a shame that people don't do these, because they actually encourage players to do other things in GTA Online, just instead of the normal stuff that you would normally do. I really think Rockstar needs to make this more incentivizing though. Like, give people $100,000 every day if they can do it. Give people $1 million at the end of the week, and maybe $5 million at the end of the month if you complete these challenges every single day. I mean, logging on for 28 days in a row and doing all these challenges, I feel like you probably deserve $5 million for that. It would also just be great, because then we would have a lot more people doing a lot of different things in GTA Online, just instead of everyone grinding out Cayo Perico over and over. Up next is showering in GTA Online. Yes, using the shower in GTA Online. Kind of weird. But if you didn't know, you can actually earn RP in the shower by making noise into your microphone. Or if you want to, singing into your microphone. It's not much, but it's a funny feature that Rockstar added, and it's just another little feature that makes the game seem a bit more lifelike instead of just a crime simulator. If they thought of all of these things in GTA 5, I can't wait to see what they put in GTA 6. A lot of people don't actually know about this next feature. It's customizing your phone. You can go into the settings on your phone, just like you can with any phone in real life. You can change the ringtone, change the background. You can even make the ringtone silent. I know, crazy that more people don't do this. Next, we've got adding highlights to your hair. I find it kind of strange that more people don't actually do this. I don't really see that many characters running around with highlighted hair. And sure, I get it, hair in GTA Online isn't something a lot of people are going to be looking at a lot of the time, because a lot of people are wearing hats or masks or something, but hey, it's a small, cool little feature that Rockstar added. Vending machines. People don't actually use these often. It kind of makes sense why, especially considering how easy it is to get snacks nowadays. But if you didn't know, going to a vending machine and getting a soda will give you full health. And outside of a quick sprunk stop from Sonny Evans, this is just something I don't see people using. Next up, a lot of people don't know you can actually rob almost every store in the game, not just the store robberies that Rockstar tells you to do. It's not going to give you much money at all, but if we go into a clothes store, for example, you can actually shoot the cash registers and a little bit of money is going to come out. Normally, it's only going to be $100 or $200, but it's a neat little feature. Next is the highlight player feature, which is actually kind of useful if you're trying to hunt down a specific person on the map. You can use this in the interaction menu, and it's going to highlight that specific player so you know who to drive towards, and you don't have to keep putting waypoints on them, or you don't have to keep checking your map in order to see where they're going. And no, this isn't going to work on players that are in Ghost Organization or off the radar, but if they aren't off the radar, it's a neat little trick. One of the things I don't like about all the futuristic vehicles that Rockstar added into the game is it makes a lot less people interested in racing. For this feature, we're talking about the impromptu race. People don't actually know that you can start up a race with a person next to you to any point on the map very, very easily, like instantly. All you need is a person or a friend right next to you, set a waypoint on the map, or choose one of the destinations it gives you. You can even bet against each other and win a little bit of money. I definitely feel like this is one of the most underappreciated features in all of GTA. Next, we've got ATMs. Now, these are actually a feature I like to use a fair bit. The reason ATMs can actually be useful is you can withdraw all of your money from your bank account in one go, whereas if you do it from your phone, you can only take out a maximum of $1 million at any given time. So why would you actually want to withdraw money? Well, for those of you that have second characters, your two characters share a bank account. So if for whatever reason you have a sibling that uses the second character and you don't want them to access your money, well, you can take it all out and just have it in cash on that character, so that when they go to their character, it's not in their account. I know that's sort of a niche situation, but really that's the only useful situation that ATMs are put in. Next, we've got the tram. Yeah, you can actually go inside the tram and just chill as it drives across the city. I don't think I've actually seen a single person ever use this. I've definitely seen people sit on the train, but never the tram. Next, we've got all of the different sports in the game, whether it's darts, arm wrestling, golf, tennis. Unfortunately, there's no bowling. I feel like if they had bowling like in GTA 4, more people would do this. In order to record this footage, I went and played golf, and it was actually kind of fun. Like, it had been years since I jumped on golf in GTA 5, but just versing your friend in a silly game like that, actually kind of fun. If you're not worried about money in this game, I would recommend it. Get a couple of mates together and have a game of golf, or verse each other in darts, or something like that. Something silly, mindless fun. It's actually pretty neat. We've got the pier roller coaster. Yeah, this is sort of something I think everyone does once or twice, and then never does it again. You can put the Ferris wheel in the exact same situation. Cool little features that make the game and the world seem a bit more alive, but just things you're not really gonna use often. And finally, we have street racing NPCs. That's right, if you go up next to an NPC, you can actually spin your wheels at the red light, and that basically challenges them to a race. Not everyone is gonna accept this, but some of them do, and then you've got a little street race on your hands. Kind of a cool feature, just like a lot of the other features in this list, something that makes the game feel a lot more alive, but just things that you're not going to use too often. And there you have it. There's 20 forgotten features in GTA Online that not many people actually use. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, sub for more stuff like this. I hope you stand safe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace!
Favorite color, money green. Paper. I've been on my grind since I was